Welcome back, Captain. All systems are now... We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells. Based on my initial calculations of Dr. Wells's personality, that seems highly unlikely.
Ah, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable... How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Without a skip drive? Good luck. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place. And we can start by reviving... Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, you know. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must... In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and... Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Kelly. Excellent, I'll send her. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. Wrong matter of shroud, my slow-witted accomplice. This is, how to put it simply. The device has its limits, but it will allow you to... Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric... Ha 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 ha! The beauty is they don't activate the disguise, walk past some... Oh, best used... Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. A change of clothes. The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, science. Excellent. I'll count. And remember, don't trust the board's only interested in...
Transmission ended. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
There's something weighing on my mind. I find myself marveling at the complex... Something vexing you, Captain? Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill... that... I grew up in a pit of a town. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was... Yes?
I admire the vicar's predilection for reading. It keeps him quiet. I like quiet.
just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a trick.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come. The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, all right? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it. So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can put... Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? So your ship's got a darkened... Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Oh, not at all. Just, see you around. Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Quietly now.
The other day, it was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You're hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the city of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed.
Captain, I was hoping for a word. Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time. I've been thinking on that. There's a former he's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. You caught me. Listen, the OSI frowns on fraternization with philosophists. The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it. 1,000 pardons, my good Captain. Now, fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where all I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. They're easily hacked. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track. As always, anything you'd like to discuss? Yes, well, now that we're here, can we check in with security? I'd like to track down that.
Identification, please. That's only about the third or fourth dumbest line I've heard all day. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Seems a little high. That was barely a 3 in my humble opinion.
I was being generous for the sake of her pride. So, identification? Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me guess. You, left it in your other pants? I hear that one a lot. I'd tell you no one's fallen for that line in about 30 years. Then, I'd take the safety off my gun and kindly ask you to... You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts. Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Just the opposite. The board knows we don't...
Surely this...
If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. You take the starch out of him. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to... A handful of SAM cleaning units. Of course. What am I to you? Is there anything else I can help you with? Be seeing you.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew... I mean, the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. Sorry. Business has been slow. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. Fine. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together.
Bless my heart. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how... Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at... Lucky for us, groundbreakers are free. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the... Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little... moral flexibility. Do you know Edna, over in engineering? She sent me a recording of a distress... Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Aren't you precious?
Oh, for the love of the architect. It's not a...
Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear... And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide. I appreciate a woman who knows when... If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affair. Neither do mine, dearie. Should you find yourself... then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies. Law bless your atoms. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say, what do you want then? My hard-earned wisdom? Anytime. If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, I've got a lovely little throw pillow.
Easy does it.
Looking sharp.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, we're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? A Malthon? He must be referring to Irion. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this. Our a brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself to I'd be grateful if you... Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut, but... You look out, though.
I'm sorry. Am I Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness.
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are...
As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visits.
Yeah, if she's in the morgue. Come on, we're on a space station. No one...
Besides, who wouldn't want to see me? I'm a delight.
You say that like it's weird.
I just don't like to leave a debt
Be my guest. If you know
Something I can help you with? Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei. If only my other patients had... The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. Requests of... There are many possible reasons. Take care.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
For the last rats, you hull-headed quacks do know... What? Why? Everything... I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Criminy. Right, okay, we can... Seems I've got to do something.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please, talk to Bedford. Tell him Surely you wouldn't drag me before him. I'm dreadful contagious. I just know if I face him, I'm dead. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship. You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier Diamond, last worn by... If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? Let's just say things went sideways about the... Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan... Thanks for helping me with the board. Or I guess I should say, Elliot.
You know that sound? I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lei gets those radiators fixed, I've got nothing you need and everything you want.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
Advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local manager about applying for military training. Spend your life to protecting our wonderful...
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget. No, I mean, excellent. Yeah, that was intentional. As the face of Spacer's Choice, it's my honor to be a public figure. Who needs privacy when you have job security? I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiry. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legal. I can see all of it. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell Sprite Wash. Don't miss out on these deals. Trouble sleeping? Try our lunar. The blast will send you at an additional 10%. At Spacer's Choice, even if my contract didn't forbid it. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's? You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice consumer relate. Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be. It's fine. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality bud? Heard of it. My orientation aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
Not the word I'd use. I think of it more like a... No, I take it back. Dump sums it up nicely.
I'm sure they're doing their best. That's the Spacer's Choice spirit. So, what can I get you? Anything and everything. Whatever you want. We got it. And when you need... Just the opposite. Spacer's Choice items are always... Oh, sorry. Got the line wrong. You want me to do it again? It's a script. If I don't follow it to a T, I might lose my job. Okay. You could go broke buying overpriced Aramid gear, or you could buy from us at a much more reasonable... Well, this is just the beginning of a long... Have a look.
Looking sharp. What?
Nothing there. Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat? Well, let me... No?
You don't sound awfully sure of that.
We got a lot of rules to follow. Hard to remember. Appreciate it. You being so understanding and all. That'd be awful weird. I told you we don't. Maybe if you clear... All right. Her family's worked on it for, gosh.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty post, got a hot one for you. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence. Kicked one right in the kneecap while he... But if our resources clear up and we... Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. I do hope you're the lucky...
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Triple-Gel Flakes, and Purple Berry Flavored Power Nuggets. Now with...
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
Reward offered for information leading to the capture of wanted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back! I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent.
We interrupt your
Well, mostly.
scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? There's no need for hysterics. This is all a hilarious... Right, you're going important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells... What? Indeed. An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, only... Oh, no. Oh, no. The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money, quickly, for reasons. That's really neither here nor there, don't you think? No, I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't...
Stray too much from the, straight and narrow, and one may just find himself assigned pastoral duty in a maximum security penitentiary.
It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such a dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board. Though, it might surprise you.
Architect have mercy, you don't possess a lick of sense, do you?
You can't say anything worse to me than what I've already said to myself. Now, let's get back to business. That's the long and short of it, yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm certain Gladys can be made, well, can probably be made to see reason. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now, is there any way in which I might assist you? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Kind and efficient. Can't say I disapprove. Although, seeing as this woman isn't a member of our crew, it'd be nice if the price weren't quite so high.
I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll look over this bill... I am extremely anguished, Captain. Please respect my feelings in this difficult time.
I doubt Mr. Bedford's ever felt real pain. We could introduce him to the sort of suffering that actually constitutes extreme anguish. For the good of his understanding, of course.
Be careful you don't irritate my guards, Vicar. You might not like their rather narrow understanding of what constitutes excessive. Unless you can offer some other means of resolving her debt, I'm afraid we have nothing further to discuss. Hello again. You know, my government seal? Oh, yes.
Maybe you should have considered that before selling it.
How might I...
Sometimes sacrifices must be made to stay aligned with the plan. Unfortunate, but necessary.
Craig Law, is it hot in here? Or is it... depends. What are you planning to do with it? I hate to gainsay you, sweetheart, but seeing how the stamp's in my possession and something as hard to come by as an official board seal doesn't fall into a girl's lap every day, my dear. See the lights? Taking a show or two at the infamous All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear. Anything else, dear? Straight to the point, eh? All right, anytime. It's almost time for today. Yes, dear. Well, ain't that peachy? Anything else? Anytime, sweetheart.
Do you have it? You know, my government seal? Oh my law. Now then, let me see. I just have to apply the seal here, sign like so, and... Those authorization forms will let you speak with Sophia when you arrive. I'll send her a message straight away to let her know you're coming. She'll be delighted, I'm sure.
Captain, are you telling me you haven't heard of the adjutant to the chairman of the board?
Yes, quite. Miss Akonda is just the... She can fill you in on all of the board's operations in the colony. Best of luck to you, and thank you again.
Never thought I would see the gates of Byzantium. Never mind what lies beyond.
Reward offered for information leading to the capture of woman tourist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. RT greeting. May this unit dispense proteins. This unit is shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been filed. Shock simulation? How Dear, short subroutine complete. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. Beginning dispensing sequence.
You look like someone who's taking their share. We also have a line of specialized... Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, not from around here, are you? After leaving Earth, I was born into corporate labor.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. They're terrified. You know what? Sprat meat is plenty legally. Between you, might be that this absolute war terrifying you just as well. Long as you don't just as well.
Following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbro?
Pirates? I don't go in for docu-series.
Sublight salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up. No one saw me trip over that, right?
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping. You the one flying the unreliable? Money. We got... Miss Lily has been expecting you. Sure. These days...
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd... Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight. Not a word. Pity. My guy in marketing is about to lose his other thumb. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. You're 2 for 2 on playing dumb so far, Captain. Not a good start. I have a salvage job for someone light on
There is always a catch.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but if there's anything else, be quick about it. These days, the scrap business... not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Your words, not mine. Hey. Sublight. I like to think of my... Ask. Be seeing you.
C&P Borsted Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borsted Baked Beans is the only one. Rizzo's Purple Berry Bun.